I'm Marie. Welcome to Marie's Kitchen. Today we're going to make a one-pot pasta. And I'll be honest, I was a little worried when I first made this. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I'm so used to boiling noodles in one pot and then making the sauce in another pot and then serving them separate and like that. But this was so tempting because it's one pot. I've got it down to 3 ingredients and it takes 30 minutes. I made this dish last week and it was incredible. Everybody loved it. We ate it for 2 nights. It was just so hearty, so satisfying, and you won't believe how easy it is. So I'm really excited to share this one with you. Let's get started. One pot pasta, what do you need? We'll need pasta, and this is a bag of rigatoni. We'll use 1 pound of beef. This is grass-fed ground beef. Any percentage lean or fat is fine. And then 1 jar of marinara sauce, and this is one of my favorites. It's Organico Bello. That's how I say it. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's something, I'm probably not saying it right. I call it Organico Bello, and it's an organic tomato basil sauce. So if you have a favorite marinara, use that. This happens to be ours, and I highly recommend it if you can find it at your grocery. So that's it. We're just pasta, meat, and marinara. If you want to put a little Parmesan cheese for a garnish and a little basil for a garnish, but that's optional. Actually, the Parmesan cheese isn't. Parmesan cheese is mandatory. I love Parmesan cheese. So first thing we're going to do is brown the ground beef, and that's pretty easy. Just put the ground beef in. I'm going to use a Dutch oven over here. Here we go. We'll just pop the beef in there, turn the fire on. So we're just going to brown the ground beef, and I'm going to use this wooden spoon spatula type thing to break it up. And you just want to break up the beef into smaller pieces as you're browning it. So very easy. If you wanted to finely grate some carrot, you could throw that in, and that adds a little bit of sweetness, and then also a vegetable too, which is nice. So you just peel the carrot and then finally grate it right into the pan and let that cook along with the sauce, and you really can't notice it at all. It just adds a little sweetness. So if you want to add a vegetable, you can. We're still just browning the beef in here, and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt to season the beef. And you can do some black pepper. I don't add a lot of black pepper usually because my daughter thinks it's really spicy, so we just use the pepper that's already in the sauce. But you can add even some red pepper flakes if you like it spicier. So just browning the beef here. And I have it about on a medium to medium-high fire, just a nice hot fire to brown this up pretty quick. Takes about maybe 5 or 6 minutes. The beef is nice and brown, so now we're going to add the sauce. And this is 25 ounces of sauce. You could use more, maybe 30, 32, but I wouldn't use any less. So 1 jar, this is 25 ounces of the marinara sauce. Now here's what you do next. Take your same jar, it's 25 ounces, which is 3 cups. I'm just going to fill this up with water and add the water to it. Using the jar makes me very excited because you don't even have to get out a measuring cup for this. You just reuse the jar, then it's already washed out, ready to go in the recycle. I've got all kinds of tips. About 3 cups of water, we're going to add that to the sauce. Stir it up. And then we'll add 12 ounces of pasta. And then I just kind of stir it up. We're going to bring it to a simmer. There's a rolling boil, which it's real bubbly and rolling, and there's a simmer, which is just a very, very light boil, just kind of bubbling. So that's where we're going to bring it to a simmer and then simmer it for about 30 minutes. And you just want to stir it pretty often to make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom of the pot. And at the beginning, I do try to kind of get all the little noodles underneath the water, so they're all kind of cook evenly. But we'll bring that to a simmer, turn it up a little bit to get there. And then we're probably gonna add 1 more cup of water. If it starts to kind of get a little dry in there, you can add 1 more cup of water, kind of rehydrate everything. So plan to add 1 more cup of water, but we'll wait and do that in a little bit. And that's it. Now this is cooking for 30 minutes, and while that's cooking, you could throw together a salad. I love Greek salads, lettuce, cucumber, tomato, feta, olives, with a nice Greek dressing. That would be delicious. Or if you want to steam some broccoli or, you know, another vegetable, dinner's done. So this is very easy. I love this one. Okay, well, that's still cooking. You can see it's just simmering, and we're just giving it a stir every once in a while.
Oh, I'm still making
food. I know. It's all good.
What's going on
we
here?
always cook together.
Is this thing on?
We always cook together.
I never cook.
Just a normal evening, just you and me in the kitchen cooking. He doesn't cook at all. Never.
This is either going to be really, really good or really, really horrible.
It's been cooking for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes almost. So we're just going to let that keep cooking. And I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more cup of water just to keep it nice and liquid. I would say nice and moist, but people freak out if you say the word moist, so I'm not going to say moist. Just keeping it nice and sort of hydrated. Okay. And while that's cooking, I'm going to throw together a little salad. This is some homemade hummus. I have a video on my channel for homemade hummus. I'd love for you to try it. It's really easy and it's so good, and you can make these little tubs and have them around during the week for whenever you need some hummus. So I'm going to put some hummus on a plate. I learned this from a friend on Instagram, Megan Brown. She puts hummus underneath her salads, or her Greek or chicken salads, and I thought that looks like a great idea. And so I've started doing it, and now it's John's favorite. He loves it. He's you get a little bite of hummus, and every bite it kind of becomes part of the dressing. It's all mixed in together, so it's so good. So if you do make the homemade hummus, or even if you have a favorite that you buy, you might try it. You put it as kind of a bottom layer on the plate, and we're just going to build the salad right on top of that. So I'm just using some arugula. Right, pop it on there. And a good thing to do whenever you buy greens in a box or a bag is to pop in a paper towel and store that with the greens. It'll absorb some of the moisture, and then your greens will last longer. And now I'll add some tomatoes to that, very easy.
Here you go.
Oh, nice.
These are meatballs, so if you wanted...
Oh.
Yeah.
I actually have dinner already going, so I don't think we've got some olives. Throw that on there. You can chop them if you want. I always take the easy way. Here is some cucumber. There's our cucumbers. Oh, this is gorgeous. Put some feta on there. Sprinkle a little feta on top. Yum. So good. And I'm going to throw some dressing on there. Do y'all make homemade dressing? If you don't, you totally should. It is so easy, and it's 100% better than anything you can buy in a jar. So I'm going to make some dressing real quick. I'll show you how I do it. I just use a jar, put some olive oil in it. If you want the measurements, look in the description box. I'll have them there, or on my website for Greek salad. I have all the measurements. But I do, it's olive oil, and then fresh lemon juice, garlic, and a little pinch of Dijon mustard. If you want more seasonings, you could add a pinch of oregano, but it's very simple. So I'm gonna grab my lemons and mustard and throw this together. Okay, we're gonna add some lemon juice to make the dressing here for our salad. Just squeeze some lemon in there. And we're gonna do a little dot of Dijon mustard. Oops, there we go, too much, that's okay. Happy little accidents. And you never know, you put a little more and maybe it's better than you even, planned. So just go with it. Put some salt in, a little pepper. And then we'll do some garlic. I use a garlic press. You don't even have to peel it. Just pop the garlic in the press and add the garlic like that. There we go. And then we'll give that a nice stir. If you don't use it all, if you make extra like a double batch, you can save it for the next day. You can refrigerate it or you can leave it out. I leave mine out. If you refrigerate it, you're gonna want to make sure that you bring it back to room temperature before you use it again on a salad, because the olive oil will kind of solidify. So here is our dressing. And then this is cooking over here. You can see it is really softening and the moisture's cooking up. And we'll have to get a fork and try one and see how it tastes. We've got about 5 more minutes left. It's so easy though. But you don't have to do anything. You just let it cook there and stir it a few times. So we'll try one of these and see how we're doing. Great. It's almost done. That's really good. When you cook the pasta in with the meat, the whole thing gets kind of starchy and it's just great flavor. So I think you're gonna love this one. Excited for you to try it. I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese now and then we'll add a little more at the end. Doesn't that look amazing though? Look how nice and just everything's cooked and it's all mixed and it's warm and delicious. Okay, so we'll just pour the lemon dressing on the salad like that. Big salad ready to go to serve with our pasta. We're done. This was 30 minutes and it's done. Got a big salad here, big Greek salad with hummus underneath it and some homemade dressing, garlic and lemon dressing on top of the feta and olives. It's gonna be so good. Also I've got some broccoli here steamed with butter and salt. So we have a vegetable, yay. And then I've got the pasta. It is just finishing up here. It took 3 ingredients, no chopping, 1 pot and 30 minutes, and we have a big pot of food ready to go. So just so exciting. And this is dinner. Not bad for 30 minutes and virtually no cleanup. So definitely my kind of meal. I'm gonna add a little more Parmesan on top and then you can garnish with a little basil. And this is ready to serve. It's best right out of the pot, serve immediately, or you can heat it up later. Just remember if you have to continue heating it up, you're gonna keep cooking the pasta. So best eaten immediately, but you can warm it up a little bit and eat it later. And we also did eat it as leftovers, so you can do that too. It just gets a little bit softer the more you reheat it. Now we could add some basil, pretty basil leaf to this. Throw that in there, chop it up and garnish it. It's gorgeous. It's just so beautiful. It's amazing that this delicious food is so easy. And you try a bite?
Sure.
Now what'd you think?
It's hot but good.
Yes, she likes it. Thanks so much for joining us on Marie's Kitchen. Today we made a 1-pot pasta, rigatoni with meat sauce. So delicious, got Parmesan cheese all over it and some basil to garnish. It was so easy with just 3 ingredients, no chopping, 1 pot and 30 minutes. You've gotta try this one. If you get to try it, let me know. We would love to hear from you. Leave us a comment or give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Also be sure to subscribe. I've got lots more videos coming up with recipes just like this, with just a few ingredients that come out beautiful every single time. My goal is for you to have some recipes that really inspire you and give you some confidence in the kitchen, so then you can feel really proud to cook and share food with people that you love. From my kitchen to yours, thank you. Here we go, watch out.
I got a fork.
Oh, I was gonna serve you some. I was gonna serve some, so we don't have to eat out of the pot, even though we do that, but we don't do it on the show, right? Okay.
My heels.
Okay, actually, oh. What was I gonna say?
I like with a lot of cheese.
And really